and PIL export.
ਐਡਵੋਕੇਟ ਜਗਮੋਹਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਭੱਟੀ YouTube ਚੈਨਲ ਅੱਜ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਾਤ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਰੁਝੇਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਪਰਛਾਵਾਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਸਿਸਟਮ, ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਗੱਲ। ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਨਿਲ ਭਾਟੀਆ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ। ਤੇ ਸਭ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਰ।
ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਾਨਯੋਗ ਚੀਫ ਜਸਟਿਸ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਯੂ ਲਲਿਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਨ ਅਮਿਤ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਤੇ PM ਮੋਦੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਵਕੀਲ ਸਨ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਪਰੀਮ ਕੋਰਟ ਦੇ ਕੇਸ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਫਾਰਗ ਕਰਾਇਆ। ਔਰ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਦੇ ਜੱਜ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ P ਸਥਾਸ਼ਿਵਮ ਜੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਟਾਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿਦਿਨ 7 days ਗਵਰਨਰ ਲਗਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਚਾਨਣਾ ਪਾਓਗੇ?
Well, to my mind, this is a clear-cut system of sycophancy, nepotism and favoritism. Only today, I had the privilege of having a copy issued by the Secretary Law Department of UP government stating that he has been directed by the governor to appoint the grandson of the Honorable Chief Justice of India as a senior advocate. Now this gentleman, who happens to be the loving grandson of the Honorable Chief Justice, did his law in 2018, and during 2019 and 20 there was a complete lockdown because of the COVID, and the gentleman has handled hardly 20 to 30 cases during his 4 years of practice, and this gentleman has been elevated as a senior advocate.
For
Look,
UP
this is such a system, to my mind, is both ridiculous and ludicrous. You see, this clearly shows nepotism, and you scratch my back and I will scratch your back. So there is a quid pro quo, and to my mind, a deep-rooted nexus, cloud and symbiotic relationship now exists between the honorable judges and the politicians who are in power. Now the question arises that where a common man should go for justice. I was shocked. 2 days back I read one news that 71,000 cases are pending in the Supreme Court, and out of 71,000 cases, 56,000 cases concern civil matters and 15,000 cases concern criminal matters. People have been languishing in jails for the last more than 2 or 3 decades, and there is no bail for them. I fail to understand, and even if an advocate files a bail application, the learned judge treats this as an application. Now, this is nonsense. Either you grant bail by giving cogent reasons. I have been a litigant for the last 35 years for no fault of mine, but I have seen the functioning, rather I will use the word malfunctioning of the high courts, and I have heard with my own ears the judges of the high court openly saying in the courtroom that my judgment is patently wrong and you go further. Now, how a common man can go to the Supreme Court of India? They don't understand the problems of the common man. I am reminded of an incident that an advocate was getting down from the stairs of the Supreme Court, and he saw a one man sitting only in his garments, and he said, "What is your problem?" And he said, "Today I lost the case in lower court, I lost the case in session court, I lost the case in high court, and today I have lost the case in Supreme Court also, and the advocate has taken my clothes." He got down further and he saw another person sitting totally naked, and he said, "What is your problem?" He said, "I won the case in the lower court, I won the case in the session court, I won the case in the high court. Now today I have won the case in the apex court, and for getting a copy of the judgment, the advocate has taken all my clothes." Now this is the scenario of our legal system.
Indian judicial system, the great system. 100 ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 99 ਬੇਈਮਾਨ, ਮੇਰਾ ਭਾਰਤ ਮਹਾਨ।
No, I am shocked that even the judgments penned down by the learned judges of the Supreme Court, they are just in books and they are not implemented in true letter and spirit by the learned judges of the high courts and the lower courts also. Now, what kind of law they are going to lay down? Now, I'm quoting one case. I filed lately in the month of April a public interest litigation challenging the appointment of some principal of a private aided college. The bench of the Honorable Chief Justice directed Director Higher Education Haryana to decide the case expeditiously in accordance with law. Now, more than 5 months have passed. The government has not bothered to implement the order of the Honorable High Court. Now, this shows the apathy, the indifference and the lackadaisical attitude of the bureaucracy, and it is the solemn duty of the high courts to get their orders implemented in true letter and spirit. And if the bureaucracy is flouting the orders, these stupid bureaucrats should be handled sternly and they should be taken to task. Last month, the Honorable High Court of Punjab and Haryana High Court has quashed the advertisement, selection and appointment and subsequent postings of 1091 as assistant professors of government colleges of various teaching departments and 67 librarians who were posted in various government colleges of Punjab. The judgment runs into 88 pages, but no accountability has been fixed on bureaucrats who were responsible for making such illegal, irregular and arbitrary appointments. The appointment was made by Punjab Higher Education Department in connivance with PPSC, and the teachers who joined government colleges, they were earlier working in private colleges. Now they are on roads. They left their earlier job with a hope that now they have been selected for a government job and they will have a better prospect. But now they are neither here nor there. Now this is the system we are having. Nobody bothers. And to my mind, governments are the biggest violators of law. They don't bother about any rule of law. And any bureaucrat who is occupying a coveted post, he thinks that he is a lion to himself. Now, this is not justice. This is not fairness. This is not good conscience. This is not equity. Now, to my mind, there cannot be equality in inequality. It has to be a balanced approach because rule of law is supreme and supremacy of law must be protected, preserved at every cost so that the faith of the people in our vibrant judicial system is not eroded. So my humble prayer to the learned judges who are donning the coveted chair as a judge and to the bureaucrats also who are absolutely indifferent and apathetic to kindly act in accordance with law and give justice to the common man so that he doesn't feel that he is not living in a democratic country.
ਇੱਕ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਕਾਮਨ ਮੈਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਮਾਨਯੋਗ ਹਾਈ ਕੋਰਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 2 ਜੱਜ ਸਨ ਜਸਟਿਸ NK ਸੂਦ ਤੇ ਜਸਟਿਸ ਪ੍ਰੀਤਮ ਪਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹਰਿਆਣਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕਪਾਲ ਲੱਗੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਪੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਲਈ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਰਿਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਪਈ ਸਪੀਡੀ ਡਿਸਪੋਜ਼ਲ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਜੱਜ ਦੇ ਬੇਟੇ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਗੇਜ ਕਰਕੇ ਕੰਟੈਂਪਟ ਪਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਦਾਖਲ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਇੱਕ ਹਫ਼ਤੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਚੀਫ ਸੈਕਟਰੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂ ਕੰਸਰਨ ਸੈਕਟਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਕੇ ਕੋਰਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗਣੀ ਪਈ ਔਰ ਜੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ ਸੀ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸਪੀਡੀ ਜਸਟਿਸ ਕੀ ਇਹ ਆਮ ਕਾਮਨ ਮੈਨ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਜਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ 33 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ
I'm aware of the case of Honorable Justice NK Sood and Justice Pritam Pal who were Lokayuktas and they were denied their pensionary benefits by the Chief Secretary Sanjeev Kaushal, and when they filed a contempt petition within 24 hours you see their pensions were released and the Chief Secretary Government of Haryana tendered an unconditional apology, but no responsibility was fixed on him and why he was not taken to task by the High Court for not complying with the order of the Honorable High Court. Now what for the courts are there? The courts are meant to give justice in totality to the people, but there is no justice whatsoever in this country. Might is right, rule of law is not there, rule of awe prevails in this country.
ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੀਤਮਪਾਲ ਜਸਟਿਸ ਤੇ ਜਸਟਿਸ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੇ ਸੂਦ ਦਾ ਕੇਸ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਖਿਲਾ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਭਲਾ ਪਕਾਇਆ, ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ।
Well, the High Court decided this case because they were former judges of the High Court. But such a kind of a decision doesn't happen as far as a common man is concerned. So only, to my mind, the people who are mighty, who have got money, who have got power, they get speedy justice, and the ordinary man keeps on lingering on, lingering on, lingering on. I'm reminded of a dialogue of Sunny Deol, Tariq pe Tariq, Tariq pe Tariq, Tariq pe Tariq, Tariq pe Tariq. The courts should decide every case within a time frame, and no case should be handled for more than 6 months.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫੋਰਨ ਕੰਟਰੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਐਕਸਟੈਂਸਿਵਲੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਪਹਿਚਾਨਿਆ ਟਰੈਵਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, ਉੱਥੇ ਦਾ ਲੀਗਲ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਥੋੜਾ?
Well, Bhatti Sahib has raised this question. Lately I was in Australia, and one day I got down at a railway station, a beautiful railway station named Warwee. And I asked the lady who was handling the railway station that what is the meaning of the word Warwee. And she said that this station has been established in the name of a judge of the Supreme Court, Mr. Warwee. And he used to travel in a metro from his house to the Supreme Court. I said, is he alive? She said, yes, he is 92 years old. I said, where does he live? She said, just in front of the railway station. After 2-3 days, I went to the house of that learned judge. He was mowing the lawn. And I introduced myself. I shook hands with him, and he inquired about the legal system of India, and I just narrated my own case, which has been pending in adjudication for the last 35 years. And one line cryptic remark of that honorable judge was, this is the nonsense you are living in? What kind of a country you are? I was so ashamed that I had no words to rebut what he had said.
ਇਹ ਸੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਦੀਆਂ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਐਨਕਰੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਇੱਕ ਪਲੇਟਫਾਰਮ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਇੱਕ ਫਲਾਈਟ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ ਆਮ ਜੱਜਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਖਾਸ ਜੱਜਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਆਮ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਜ਼ਾਹਰ, ਆਪਣੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਾਹਰ ਕਰਿਓ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਫੀਡਬੈਕ ਵੀ ਦਿਓ। ਇਸ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਨਾ, ਦੇਸ਼ ਹਿੱਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਪਾ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ, ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਲੀਗਲ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਦੇ ਹਿੱਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਹਰ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਨਾਗਰਿਕ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਾ ਦੇਣਾ, ਇਹ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਰ ਲਿਓ। ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਐਡਵੋਕੇਟ ਜਗਮੋਹਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਭੱਟੀ YouTube ਚੈਨਲ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਰ ਕਹਿਣ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਦਿਓ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਭੱਟੀਆ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ।
Sometimes I feel disgusted and disillusioned also. I have taught several students, and some of them are aspiring advocates, and when they come to me and they say, sir, we have no hope, we have no future, I tell them, please continue your struggle. One day you will see a beautiful sunlight. But those budding advocates are so frustrated because they find that in majority of courts the things are handled behind the curtains. Now this is not fair. It is not. No, lately a judge of the Supreme Court said that why only senior advocates should get benefits, why not the other advocates? An advocate is an advocate, a teacher is a teacher, and he becomes senior by virtue of his age, by virtue of seniority, not by virtue of his knowledge and legal acumen. So there should be a balance and there should be equity for everybody.
Judgments are there, cut and paste is there, but without substance.
Yeah, of course. Now I've read the judgments of various judges of the High Court, and I'm sorry to say that some of the judgments are not worth reading because they neither have any substance nor do they have any content.
ਇਸ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ, ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ, ਆਪਣੇ ਹਿੱਤ ਲਈ, ਵੀ ਦੀ ਪੀਪਲ ਆਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਹਿੱਤ ਲਈ, ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਦੇ ਹਿੱਤ ਲਈ, ਜੁਡੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਦੇ ਹਿੱਤ ਲਈ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਕੋਈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਲਿਓ ਆਪਣਾ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਖਿਆਲ। ਇਸ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਕੇ, ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਸ ਚੈਨਲ ਨੂੰ, ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨੂੰ। ਆਗਿਆ ਦਿਓ।
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.